You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings.
Oh, oh, oh.
Ho, ho, ho to you. Welcome to Main Street in Relton. Brewtiful morning. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. It's a great day. We start a December. What happens in December?
Christmas.
Christmas happens in December, and it's no surprise who some of our guests are, but we got a special moment this morning, and I want one of our proud officers of our town tell us exactly what he's doing here this morning. I'll let you introduce yourself to everybody.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm Patrolman Goodwin. It is my pleasure to do the final drawing for Shop with a Cop to raffle off Block 19X. I have a special guest here, Jackson, who is going to help me draw that. We want to thank everybody for their donations, their support, and we will be doing our Shop with a Cop on Saturday, December 10th. So without further delay, I'm going to shake this up and let Jackson draw a name.
I'll let you get one. And just give it to those, let him read it out who it is. Our special winner this morning.
Dawn Ballstick.
Congratulations, Dawn. Thank you. And we want to thank everyone that participated. We want to thank the officers and what their program they got going. Shop with a Cop. They do a great job every year. This year is going to be just as exciting. And when you see one of them, thank them personally for what they're doing. This is a great program, and we're tickled to death to be a part of it, and tickled to death that they've put on such a great program in our community. So thank you. Appreciate you being here.
Sir.
And congratulations to Dawn, our winner.
Hey, Mayor, before you let Officer Goodwin go there,
Yeah.
they're going to be blessing over 50 children in our community this year with our Shop with a Cop program, and they'll be shopping for all of those presents with the help from the big guy coming up next weekend. So thank you to the entire team of officers, everybody that supported that. But over 50 families, 50 children in our community are going to be blessed by our Shop with a Cop program. So it takes a team to be able to do something like that. And I know Officer Goodwin is just one of many, but I want to thank him and everybody else behind him for their efforts with Shop with a Cop as well.
Yes, we want to thank him too for the police for their helping Santa Claus out.
Well, it is my pleasure, and I know the rest of the department feels the same way. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Jackson, thank you.
We'll do it in just a second. Jack reminded we've got a joke for you this morning. But before we get there, thanks again for everybody that are assisting with the Shop with a Cop. Our police department does an outstanding job in our community. This is just one of those ways that they can reach back out to the people that they serve. So thanks again. Thanks again for joining us each Friday morning at 8:30. We try to bring some stuff to you that's happening in our wonderful town. As you can tell, we got a great guest with us today. And Jackson said it was Christmas time, so we're excited. In fact, last night you participated in a Christmas program in your TLC class, didn't you?
Yeah.
And tell them you and your good friend Maverick were were you in the play last night?
The drummer boy.
They were the drummer boys. And so you had a great time, didn't you?
Yeah.
And we had bunch of people, so it was a great night and a great way to start the Christmas season. thanks everybody again. Merry Christmas, everybody. Now, I know you've been waiting for the joke, and we're going to team up on you. Tell me, how can you get a squirrel to like you? Okay, he wants to tell you, but I'll ask you, how can you get a squirrel to like you?
I don't know how.
That's like a nut.
Well, we got that covered, I guess.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Well, thanks again for everybody joining us. Thank you, Jackson, for being with us again. Thank you, Santa Claus, for being with us. We always look forward to your visit each and every year. So good to have everybody with us this morning. And we'll say goodbye to you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mayor.
Merry Christmas.
Santa, thanks for making the trip down from the North Pole this morning.
Oh yes, we made the trip, and Rudolph is getting ready for the big rendezvous then come Christmas Eve, and we're really looking forward to the parade tomorrow in Spindale and in Rutherfordton, and and then the special tree lighting. So anyway, we're really looking forward to that. So.
Now that tree lighting, that's got to help you on Christmas night. You know, when you're able to go, is that kind of like a North Star for Rutherford, as tall as that thing is?
Oh yes. That's what we look for.
Good.
Each year. So as their guiding point.
Now, how is everybody looking on I see you brought your pad for the naughty and nice list. How are folks looking in Rutherford community this year?
Well, Rutherfordton is looking pretty good. And so anyway, but I got to check the list twice about you, Douglas. So anyway.
That's always a problem. It's always a problem.
So anyway, but no, you've been such a good guy. And but anyway, but yes, that's what we do. We check that list, and the elves are so busy right now to get the season wound up for all the toys for the little boys and girls out there, and the big boys and girls too. So anyway, and we're checking on that too. So anyway, but we have fun doing that. So good.
Well, that is wonderful news. Again, we can't thank you enough for taking the time to make the flight down. I know with the new, I heard you got a new sleigh, and so the flight down probably wasn't as bad as it was a couple years ago. But we appreciate you taking the time. So you'll be back. You said you're going to be back tomorrow for our Christmas parade, and you'll be in Spindale for their parade. I believe that starts what time, Magnolia?
At 3:30.
3:30, and then in Rutherfordton at
5.
5. Yep. And then right after that, we'll have the tree lighting. So it's always tough to tell. You know, everybody wants to know what time we're going to light the tree. What time we're going to light the tree? Well, the best thing to do is just be a part of all the festivities, because the tree lighting happens right after the Christmas parade. If the parade takes an hour, it'll be around 6 o'clock. If the parade takes an hour and a half, it'll be about 6:30. If the parade takes 2 hours, it'll be about 7. So you get the drift here. Come on out and watch the parade. We'll have old 74 jazz. I know that's maybe the reason that we get you from the North Pole is because the jazz band.
Oh, yes. Great band.
They'll be there, and we'll have just a good old time.
And looking forward to it. And Santa will still be taking requests for some boys and girls that give them an opportunity, you know.
Because you'll be there at the tree lighting ceremony,
Yes.
too. So for the little boys and girls that have to watch from the sidelines as the parade comes through, you're going to be coming back up to the tree lighting ceremony for little boys and girls to come talk to you. Well, what?
Hey, Doug, are
Yeah.
we going to put the letters to Santa box up so we can kind of help with that process?
Yeah, that'll go up. That'll go up today here at Town Hall to help Santa out. We talked about that before the show, and the U.S. Mail does great up at the North Pole. But since you're going to be coming back, we're going to collect letters here at Town Hall and get those directly to Santa.
You know, in this day and time with all the children to make up their mind, and this is one thing that I tell them, you know, to mail a letter to Santa Claus, and then after you make your mind up. And so anyway, yes, the mail is a vital source of Santa Claus.
But yeah, we'll have our big Santa box, letters to the North Pole, letters to Santa box right outside of City Hall, right here on Main Street across from the library. That'll go out this afternoon, and drop your letters in that. And then when Santa comes back, because you're coming back on the 15th, right? We will make sure to get all those letters over to Santa. So you got about a week and a half, 2 weeks to get your letters to us. we'll make sure to get all the letters to you, Santa.
Well, Doug, we could even take it over there at the 15th and then collect them right there that evening.
Well, everybody knows the big Santa box. You can't miss it. It says letters to Santa. It's about life size. It's it's about as big as the ho ho ho. You know, you can hear it from miles away. Well, Santa, the new sleigh, you're coming back to Roten at least twice, right? Now,
Yes.
Now,
And
on the 15th, that's going to be Magnolia, a special night for RTR and our downtown merchants.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a night out.
Yeah, so they're going to be hosting a night out in Rutherfordton, which is going to be more of an experience than it is an event. But they are encouraging downtown businesses to stay open a little bit later. So as you all go through your list and check it twice and see if you missed a gift or you're still looking for that perfect gift for somebody.
I see that there. Mayor Dancy maybe have to be a little better than you, Doug, this year.
But you'll be able to go out downtown, eat at our local restaurants, shop our local shops, and find that perfect gift for everybody in your family.
Now, Santa, did you turn in your list to Mrs. Claus?
Oh yes. Oh
Yeah,
yes. Oh yes.
Very good. And you know, I heard that Mrs. Claus is going to be down at the Marshall Dog Park doing pictures with Mrs. Claus. That's coming up. Watch us on Facebook for the date on that. But I'm pretty sure, I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, but I'm thinking it's going to be Saturday, December the 10th. Is the 10th a Saturday? Did I get that right?
Yep, it is.
I think that sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar. But Mrs. Claus is going to be down there. So I appreciate you letting us borrow Mrs. Claus for the day to do some pictures with the pups.
Mm-hmm. And we love the animals too.
Well, you know, I always wondered, Santa, do the animals, like, you know, the little dogs and the cats inside the houses of the good boys and girls, do they get a little treat on Christmas Eve?
Yes, they can. Yes,
Yeah.
they can. Mm-hmm.
Except for
little treat.
except for the ones that bark too loud and wake everybody up. Then no
Mhm.
treats for them, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Throw them a super treat.
I was telling my kids, they were asking questions. The house we live in, it doesn't have a chimney. And they were very inquisitive about how you were able to get in, you know. And I told them, I said, Santa just comes right in through the window. He sees the tree and goes in that window. Is that how you do that?
It's a secret way that we hold ourselves, so we can't let it out.
Well, either way, it works. Santa will get in because they got their presents last year. They were just a little worried they weren't going to get them. So I won't tell them I saw them on the list. Oh,
Your children, they got to be on the good list, Doug. You
Yeah.
know that.
well, the other thing I wanted to say real quick is that Griffith is back. Thank you for sending Griffith back to Rutherford, Santa. Griffith came back yesterday with a big announcement for the parade and that you were coming. And so he was out on Main Street drumming up news about the parade. And Griffith will be back on our story every day until Christmas Eve. So watch our stories every day, Facebook and Instagram, until Christmas Eve. He'll have a post out there spreading Christmas cheer. Today, he is excited. He's excited every day. He's Griffith. He gets to hang out with the big guy every night. Disc golf. So a lot of you guys that have been following us know that we have been working hard on some grants for the Norris Recreation Complex. Those grants have come through, and the highlight of phase 1 is disc golf. And so we're getting ready to move forward with a disc golf course there. And Griffith was able to secure some Santa flavored or some Christmas flavored discs from MVP. And so be watching our Facebook for some giveaways for disc golf. Right now, we're in the process of getting ready to design the course. We hope to have it open sometime late in 2023 or early 2024. But we do have some disc giveaways. Right now, locally, you can take these and play over at Isothermal Community College. They have a 9-hole course, or up at South Mountain Christian Camp. They've got an 18-hole course. That one's not a public course. It is a pay by donation course, but it is a beautiful course up there at South Mountain Christian Camp. The closest public course there is at Isothermal Community College. They've got a 9-hole course on their beautiful campus there in Spindale. But be watching us for that. So we're excited. So Griffith will be on our story, like I said, every day, spreading some holiday cheer.
John had a comment about how the movie The Santa Claus explains how Santa gets into homes without chimneys.
That's not true, is it?
Mm.
That's not really true, is it? No.
Mm-mm.
It's just a hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got that right.
I do want to mention, and John, please drop in the details about the Christmas Vibe Night, but I'm pretty sure that is also happening on Saturday before the Rutherfordton Christmas Parade.
Now, while he's doing that, Santa, I made a big mistake this morning. I want to apologize because I offered Santa a cup of coffee, but he doesn't drink coffee. He drinks hot cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
So
hot cocoa with marshmallows.
Now, I know that Mrs. Claus makes the best hot cocoa, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're here in Rutherfordton, where do you like to get your hot cocoa?
There's a few select places that I like the hot cocoa. So anyway.
We need to make a show up at the North Pole sometime. You think you can get us up there?
I don't see why not. We could do that.
I mean, Magnolia even got in the Christmas spirit today.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody! I know she's probably going to kill me for saying this, but Magnolia has got in the Christmas spirit, and there is something big to celebrate. She has completed her first semester of grad school at UNC Chapel Hill. She's been doing it online and working through her grad school of Masters of Public Administration. So, Magnolia, congrats on your first semester. 1 down, 3 to go, right?
Yes.
No, it's a 2.5-year program, but it's fine. It's all online.
4 to go. 5.
I think 5, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, yes. So after the parade, I'm sorry. So 6:30 to 9, it'll be at the Blue Ridge Hope Works, the Village over in Forest City. So definitely come hang out with us for the Christmas parade and then stop by the Village afterwards.
Now, Santa, I know you didn't know anything about this, but I got a phone call right before we went on from Mrs. Claus. And even though you said that all of the good boys and girls in Rutherfordton are looking good this year, you got that new sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that Rudolph was just a little nervous with some of the hills and the trees here, that you were going to be coming back to do some scouting locations and checking that naughty and nice list on the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to set that up. I'm going to talk to the Rutherfordton Police Department and the Rutherfordton Fire Department to allow Santa to do a tour of Rutherfordton on the 22nd to kind of come through town, look at the landing spots in some of the neighborhoods, check that naughty and nice list, and help him out with his new sleigh to make sure that there's no issues. So we'll have that. More news on that to come. That just was released this morning from Mrs. Claus, making sure that, I guess she does your logistics, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd have to, as busy a guy as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that'll be on the 22nd. Look for more information there. I'll work with our police department and fire department to get you to scout some locations. But you're going to be in Rutherfordton a lot this year. So you're going to have this Saturday, the 15th, for night out in Rutherfordton. And Santa, you'll be here. What time for that? On the night out in Rutherfordton.
Maybe 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Main Street Park, if the weather is good.
Mm-hmm. Kid Sense also the 17th.
Kid Sense if the weather is bad. So on the 15th, Santa will be here, rain or shine. Shine in the park, rain at Kid Senses. Yep. And then you'll be back at Kid Senses on the 17th, you said. Golly, bum, how do you get around so much?
We just got all kinds of energy.
Oh, that must be all the Oreos.
Mm-hmm. Oreos and hot chocolate.
I mean, what is, for somebody that was maybe marginally on the naughty list, what kind of cookies would, push us over to the nice list?
Just a plain little cookie.
Just a plain?
No chocolate chip cookie or nothing like that.
Just a plain old, like a sugar cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe a half one.
Decorated?
No.
Look, I'm just asking because I might know if you.
He must be expecting some then.
Oh, Magnolia, did we hit it all this morning?
We have one thing that we haven't hit yet, which is Wrapped Up Rutherfordton. I'm going to post the link in the comments, but definitely visit the online store. It's on myrutherfordton.com. I've actually been adding a couple of items since we first launched it. So we have fudge from Sunny Days is on there. So they have a couple of different flavors that you can pick from. We have the Refton ornaments again this year. And then we have a couple of really cool things from different businesses. And we've actually already had a couple sell out already. So definitely get on there super fast, order all of the presents that you want to get for your friends and family members. And yes, Christy, you'll have to go back and shop again because a couple of things have been added.
And I see Christy on there. So, if you're out there, kiddos looking for a present for your dad, ladies looking for a present for your man, may not think about this, but check out Mill Hill General Store and their soaps. They're on the page. I mean, Night Owl's got some great stuff on there too, but Mill Hill General Store soaps, their shave soap, y'all. I used to use shaving cream or like a shaved butter, but their shave soap is amazing. It lathers great and very reasonable price. But I mean, you see how
I don't
you don't need it. You don't need it, but the soaps. And then if you want to have big tree energy, then try their energy soap. I'm telling you. It gets me going before I even get a cup of coffee.
Did you just make a Lizzo parody?
I mean, when you have the hat.
I think I got an idea for a TikTok that we're going to do later.
Sounds good to me. Tallest, it's not often you go to a community when you're flying that you see one of the tallest trees, Christmas trees. I mean, I know you probably have one bigger at the North Pole. I know you do. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we were talking about before, you got to use that as like a navigational beacon when you're in our area. Can you, how far out can you see that thing? Can you see it like over in Columbus and Tryon when you're flying around?
You could see it. You could see it near Columbus. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're going to light that thing right after the Christmas parade on Saturday.
This new sleigh too has the GPS. So that way then I can get around a lot better now. The new sleigh.
So you'll be coming through pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Rodney Green also dropped this comment about the Please Come Home Christmas tour. That's returning to 113 on December 16th.
There's so much to do in town. This is great. It's just great.
Well, Doug, and Santa will be anything he can do to help you out during this Christmas season, you and the mayor, and be delighted to. Well,
Santa, we always appreciate the way that you share your love and share your joy and spread such a wonderful time of year in our community. We're excited to have you back tomorrow and then again on the 15th for a night out in Rutherfordton. He'll be available in the park if it's nice. If it's not nice, he'll be over in Kids Census, keeping warm. Thank them for their hospitality. But then you'll be back over there on the 17th. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, more details to come. But the phone call I got this morning from Mrs. Claus about the tour, checking that naughty and nice list. Magnolia, do you want to see? How did you do that?
How did I do what? Oh, no.
Yeah. Anyway, on the 22nd, he'll be coming back through. So you got time. You got time.
I'll try my best.
22nd, we'll be doing a tour. More information to come with Rutherfordton Police and Fire as we set that up. We'll make sure to get you around town safely and securely that night, looking at places to land the sleigh and things. So could be a fun little month here in Rutherfordton. What's going on at the North Pole?
Well, the elves are busy, and it's turned real frigid cold up there, and so there's just not much going on right now. Not much at all.
Well, we appreciate you taking the flight down this morning. We wish you a safe flight back. And again, we want to thank you for everything that you do for our children, for for our community, for spreading joy, and for just being a part of Rutherfordton.
Mm-hmm. I love Rutherfordton.
I'm still caught up on the whole sugar cookie. Like, I can't believe that Santa doesn't want any kind of like special, different flavored cookie.
I would like the chocolate chip cookie now.
Chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And see, one thing too, a lot of the children, ask him to make sure they leave Rudolph carrots.
I always thought about that Rudolph gets the carrots. What's the other reindeer?
Well, they
eat the carrots too?
Right.
Yeah.
They need
So
to leave
Rudolph
them
divvies them out.
Right.
Got it.
Leave a bag.
Okay, so I've seen a thing on TikTok about people leaving bananas for the reindeer as well. Is that actually a thing, or is it just the carrots?
Just carrots.
Okay.
Just carrots. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're being bananas with that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an invasive fruit.
Right.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
And when all the children ask about the reindeer, and I said, don't leave them out. You're going to leave Santa chocolate chip cookies. You leave the Rudolph some carrots. And so anyway, they usually do that.
And do we need to leave water for the reindeer? Like a little bottle of water? No.
Well, they could, yes, because sometimes we're far away from water. Yes, that'd be good.
Oh man, it's been a fun morning with Santa. Definitely be checking out our holiday shop, Wrapped Up Rutherfordton. Magnolia dropped a link there. Lots of great things from a slew of amazing stores, from Infinity Games to Happy Days to Small Town Coffee Roasters. I mean, I'll miss the whole gamut. Kid Census even has some stuff in there, different toys and games to help the big guy out, because I mean that's a lot of kids you guys are working on at the North Pole. So any help you can get, I bet, is appreciated.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why we appreciate the policemen here in Rutherfordton doing that for the children, and so that's a blessing.
All right. Well, Magnolia, unless there's other news or announcements or funny jokes about this Christmas tree hat, we're out of here.
I think we're ready.